Alright, so the structure of this video is kind of going to be more of a talk through about my thoughts on the hair, and then I'll put clips in of the installation process just so you can see exactly how I did it. But so I installed the Zury Goddess Faux Locs, and this is maybe my, I think, third faux lock style on my channel. And I have to say this is probably my favorite one. I've been wanting the Goddess locks for a while, and I wanted them to look very authentic. I wanted them to kind of look like they were growing out my scalp as best as I could. And most importantly, I didn't want to be weighed down by the hair. Whenever I install an extension style, I want to be able to sleep easy. I want to be able to, you know, I don't want it to be heavy on my neck. So I was a little worried about this style because I know that these are a lot thinner than a lot of the crochet styles I've done. So whenever you use hair that's thinner, you have to use a lot more of it to cover the crochet braids. Now, the great thing about the way I installed this, I used the Nicole method, and I installed it individually. So instead of corn rolling my hair all the way back, I just braided it individually, and I installed the Goddess lock onto the braid. So I'll definitely show you later on in the video how I did it. So of course, the specs first. So this is the Goddess Braid Deep Curl Goddess Faux Lock by Zury, and this is the color SOM 27/30. So it's like a dark brown mixed with like a golden light brown, which is what I love. Because I dyed my natural hair, I wanted any extension style that I do to kind of mimic how my hair looks. So I was really excited about the color. I love the color. I think it complements my skin really well. Love the color. So how many packs? I know that's like usually the question people want to know. So believe it or not, I only use 3 packs and like maybe 5 twists from the 4th pack. I literally have 3 packs of hair in my head. And you know, with actual crochet styles, that is unheard of. You usually have to use between 5 and 7 packs depending on your head size. So I only use 3. Of course, if you have a bigger head than me, then you'll want to use a little bit more, but I wanted these to be very light, and I just wanted them to be very authentic. I like to see like spaces in my head. I like to see the parts. I don't need my scalp covered, so that's why I decided to do them like this light. I also decided to make this not as dense because I love the fact that because these are so soft, it gives me a lot of styling options. So I can use just regular bobby pins to create different styles. Unlike when you do like super thick or full faux locks, it's really hard to style them. Like they're so heavy or they're so dense. Each twist is so dense that it's hard to get a bobby pin or something like that through. But because of the way I installed it, it makes it a breeze for styling, and it's so fun. It makes styling fun, so you're not just always wearing the hair down. So I do have a video coming up probably in a couple of days after I post this one of, I'm not sure of the number yet, but maybe like 10 styles that you can do with your faux lock. So make sure you look out for that video, and the only way you can look out for it is if you're subscribed, so make sure you do that. So the hair is very, very soft, like very soft. It's very light. I was kind of reading up on the company and on this particular hair, and now this hair is Heyyy, which is kind of like another version of Nicole, but it's a lot softer, which gives it like kind of a natural feel. So I think I like that contrast, because with authentic dreads, you know, they have like they have frizz to them. They're not super shiny. They just have a nice natural texture to them, and I think they mimic real dreadlocks really well. The interesting thing about this hair, and this is probably like one of the things I love the most, and I'm going to show you in the pack what I'm about to talk about. So each lock is very unique. The length is 18 inches, I believe. So each lock is 18 inches, but each lock, the curl starts in a different spot. So I think it's easier if I show you in my head. So if we take these right here, for example, if we take a few, so I'm going to hold them up, and as you can see on this one, the curl starts down here. On this one, the curl starts right here. On this one, the curl starts all the way up here. So there's like different variations of length from the dread into the curl, and I think that makes it look even more natural, even more authentic, because it's not perfectly uniform twists on your head. So I love how I have it to the side right now. You can see like some of the curls start like up here versus them all starting down here. I think that makes it look so natural and so much better, and that is one of the things I love about these twists. So to get into how I installed them, so like I said, I braided my hair all the way up. I counted how many braids I had and then I forgot. I think I have like 57, 60, something like that in my head. I'm going to show you right here. So to begin, I braided my hair at the root and then twisted the rest of the way down. Then I take my crochet needle and put it through the root of the braid. Put the lock on the crochet needle and pull it right through. This is like any other crochet style. Then you put the rest of the lock through the loop and pull it close. Next, I take my hair and line it up with the lock. And right where your hair ends, and actually a little bit after it, that's where you're going to take your crochet needle and insert it into the lock. I like to do this to make sure I'm covering the full length of my hair. So you take the crochet needle and push it through the center of the lock, and you just keep pushing it all the way through until you get to the top. Sometimes the needle will pop out of the side. You just want to pull it back in and keep going through the center. When you get to the top of the lock, you're going to take your hair and wrap it at about the center on the needle, and then pull it through the lock. You're going to push the lock up past the hair and then pull your hair through. This is how you make it tight and make sure that all of your hair is in it. And then you hold it at the tip and just pull it through, and your hair kind of gets suctioned up in there. Then I just twist the lock around my finger. This is how I rewrap it and make sure that my hair is tight in between the lock. So I'm going to show you again, and I'll stop talking and just let you watch how I did it. Sometimes when you get to the end, your hair might stick out a little bit. What I usually do is go back through the center of the lock and pull the rest of your hair through. So right here, I'm showing you where a little bit of the end of my hair is sticking out. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to go a little bit past where my hair is sticking out and pull the needle out through the lock and put my hair around it and pull it back through the same way, and then twist it around my finger to lock it all in place. After I installed them all, I did this late, y'all. Like, I was up until like 3 a.m. and then I had to get up for work the next day at 5:30. So I was so tired, and what did I do? I missed a few spots, and I just noticed this. Like, I have one I have one right here that I missed, and then I have one somewhere in the back. Oh, right here. One right here that I missed. So I am definitely going to reinstall a lock on those areas that I missed. Let me just hide it back there. So definitely a huge tip, if you do it where you install the braids on your whole head first and then go back and install the locks, you want to make sure that you cover each lock. The way that you can prevent that from happening is probably to do the whole process as you go throughout your whole head. So section it off, braid it down, then put the lock on. Section it off, braid it down, then put the lock on, because that way you won't miss any twists. I can say with this particular method, it's a lot easier if your hair color is similar to the lock that you're installing. Because my hair color is pretty much like this 2730, it blends into the lock a lot better. So the fact that this braid wasn't done, it literally just blends in. You can't really detect it. So I mean, if you want to do the individual method and use a color that's totally different from your hair, just make sure that you're covering your braid, because it's not cute when your braid is sticking out of these locks and you're trying to make it look like it's a real lock, like not with your braid sticking out. So just make sure you do that. In terms of the weight, oh god, y'all, I sleep so well with these installed in my head because they are so freaking light. Like when I put them up, usually when I sleep, I put it like in a bun just so it's not falling all over the place, and the bun is not heavy. Because each twist is so soft, like I can just lay on it and it's not sticking me in my face. Like that is another one of my favorite things about this hair. I just think Zury did an amazing job with this hair. Like they really took the time to craft each individual lock to look different from the one before it. Like it's not, they clearly didn't use a machine to do the same of each lock. I think these are hand rolled. I think I read that it's hand rolled. So it just makes it just a prettier style. And I've had these in now for, I think it's going on a week. It's going on a week that I had these in. I get tons of compliments on them. People can't even believe that I did them myself because they look so neat. Like I said before, in terms of my parting, I did not want my parts to be straight. I didn't want them to be perfect boxes because I just think it adds more authenticity to the style if your parts are a little jagged, because that's just, I just think that looks better with this hair. So my parts are not straight. Like if you look close, there's a lot of, if you look close, the boxes are very janky, and I like it. For this style, I think straight parts is more like for box braids or something like that. Not for this. I think it looks a lot better. So, style has really, it feels like it's gonna hold up for a while, for a couple of weeks. We'll see how long I keep it in. It's always a struggle of how long you're gonna keep a protective style in, because as soon as you put it in, you're so ready to get back to your natural hair, and we just keep going back and forth with that cycle. It's the craziness of being a natural girl. So we'll see how long it lasts. But I think that's everything. If you have any more questions about this hair or about the installation process, leave me a comment below. I did not do a thorough tutorial on how I installed it just because I have a few on my channel. But if you would like a separate video, let me know. I'll probably just cut the footage that I have and make it a separate video. But yeah, these are my locks. Shout out to Zury. I'll leave links below of where you can buy this hair. Shout out to CosmoBiz for sending it to me. I'm really enjoying reviewing this kind of hair for you guys. Like, I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm about to hit 5K. Clearly I'll be having a giveaway soon. Maybe in this hair, depending on how you guys respond about this hair, I might even give away this hair. So just make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Click that subscription button below. Share this, like it, all the things that show your support to me and the amount of time and effort I put into these videos. So again, I just thank you guys for watching. As always, be on the lookout for my giveaway. And also follow me on Instagram, simplyjade_101. I'll be putting up more updates on the hair. Like I said, it's almost a week, so I can give good feedback on the hair in terms of its longevity. It's starting to frizz out a little bit, but I like it. But if you want even more updates, like as I get into 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Peace. Y'all, so I got Invisalign braces. I don't have them in right now because I'm still learning how to talk with them, and I really did not want to get on camera and sound like this. That's kind of how I feel like I sound, so I don't have them in, but I'll be doing a video on my Invisalign journey, just giving you some tips and tricks of things that have been working for me, and we can have a discussion for any of you guys who have Invisalign, who are thinking about getting Invisalign. So I will be doing a video on that.